All right, in our weather forecast, we do have some changes ahead. We've almost gotten used to the summer-like kind of feel, and we have a few more days of it, but we do have some changes. On Wednesday, we're expecting a cool front and maybe a bit of rain. It doesn't look like a big washout or very strong storm setup, but we'll get some rain on Wednesday, moving in with the front, and then it looks pretty refreshing for the end of the week. A few days ago, it was looking like a big drop in temperatures, very dry air moving in. Models kind of backing off the really drastic differences, but I do think it should be pretty nice heading into the second part of the week. Afternoon highs today, we made it to 90 degrees. Right now we're at 80 in New Orleans. Our humidity has obviously risen, and our feels like temperatures yesterday and today made it to about 100 for a lot of spots. Yesterday's high was 91. So summer-like kind of feel. Heading into tonight, you can see most of us in the 70s to about 80. And we've been dealing with across the southeast and into Texas this bubble of heat that is going to continue for the next couple of days before we get that next front. So looking at where we have active weather, it's outside of the big ridge of high pressure, which is over the Gulf and protecting us, just keeping us hot. But you can see some really active weather out in parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, outside of the Dallas area or very close to Dallas. Some tornado warnings ongoing. And we do have a chance for severe weather way off north in the next couple of days with a system there. But where we are, again, we're just under the big high. North and south of Lake Pontchartrain, lows tonight in the 70s, and then tomorrow partly cloudy and almost just like today, highs about 90, hot and humid. Bit of a south breeze up to about maybe 15 miles per hour. So your Monday forecast, no big problems, just moving through the day, getting hot and humid for the afternoon. For the evening, we'll be back in the 80s. And as we look at our temperatures for tomorrow and also our cloud cover and our rain, you can see not a lot of rain expected at all in the next couple days until we get to Wednesday and we get this next trough. This is our upper pattern sending in at the surface this next front. So that will be bringing that less humid, and I have slightly cooler kind of weather for the second part of the week. Here's our European forecast if you're curious about the rain part. This is Wednesday, 8 a.m. at the surface. You can see a couple of showers here maybe in the morning. This model has by lunchtime, again, a few showers. This obviously is not looking like a really significant rain event. This takes us to 3 and 4 p.m. Might see a couple of coastal showers or storms firing up. And then by evening, we're already drying out. We still have clouds, but we should begin to feel that slightly drier feel to the air. Rainfall totals look pretty slim, quarter inch or less. It looks like at this point, just a thin, somewhat broken perhaps line of rain as it moves in with the front. How about that humidity forecast? Well, this was looking pretty impressive yesterday. It had a big drop off in the humidity Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now looking at it, you can see a little bit of a less humid setup for Thursday and Friday, but maybe not quite as noticeable or quite as extreme as what we were expecting. So I think it'll feel nice. I have our temperatures going down a couple degrees. The average high right now is 86. So we're going to be well above that Monday, Tuesday, and still on Wednesday. I think the front is not going to make a big difference just yet during the day, but at night we should feel the difference. How about those really cool mornings? It was looking like you may scrape the 50s north of the lake. You might get close maybe Thursday, Friday, Saturday mornings. Looking now more like perhaps lower to middle 60s though. With the drier air, it should feel pretty nice. And south of the lake, I kept it near about 70. So saying goodbye to some of those cooler kind of options perhaps. But we'll keep an eye on our models and see what it's looking like as we get a bit closer. But either way, knocking off a couple of degrees, bringing that dew point and relative humidity down a little bit, should be pretty pleasant. Mostly sunny skies Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend. By Sunday, models are split. One model has some rain moving in. One model keeps us dry. The Euro is the one that has some rain on Sunday. So we'll keep you updated on that. For now, I have a slight chance of rain. And again, we'll keep an eye on it as we get closer.